Hello. Okay, so I was doing my tapping on the way to work today, and usually the tapping that I'm doing is to open my flow of energy, to be an open vessel, to release anything I'm holding on to. So I went through my whole tapping sequence, and a few times. I usually do that about 3 times, and then, or I should say 3 rounds. But at the end of that, I wasn't feeling open and flowing, so there was something heavy in me that wasn't allowing that. So I reflected on that. I sat with that and realized that there's a situation that has been developing or did develop over the previous couple of days, and I had been stewing on it, and it was sitting in my body and it wasn't letting my energy flow. So I decided to do tapping on that. And what happened was I was able to process anger and frustration and resentment that I was experiencing as a result of that situation and my perceptions around the situation. So it was a really good tapping, and I am going to share it because I think that a lot of times people don't realize when you're holding on to those resentments and frustrations and it builds up inside of you, that it really does create blocks within your physical body. They first start in your etheric body, or I shouldn't say etheric because there's different layers too, and etheric is one of them. Just in general, your energetic body. Yeah, we'll call it that. That energy first starts to build up in your energetic body, and then it really settles in your physical body, which is just the condensed version of your energetic body. So anyway, the tapping sequence it was a fuck you tapping sequence, and I started out with and I'm gonna reenact it for you, and so that you can use it for yourself. So I started out by tapping on the karate chop point. So I'm tapping because I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off, and I'm resentful, and I deeply and truly love and accept myself. I'm pissed off and resentful, and I deeply and truly love and accept myself. I'm pissed off and I'm resentful, and I deeply and truly love and accept myself. So I'm tapping this part of my hand, the karate chop point, against something. So it doesn't have to be your hand, it could be your arm, just you tapping it against something. So you do that 3 times, and you say, I'm pissed off or resentful or whatever you're feeling, and I deeply and truly love and accept myself. And then you move up to the center of your eyebrows. And what I was feeling at that time was, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then over on the side of your eye, fuck you, fuck you. And then under the eye, and I was repeating that, fuck you, because I was feeling that. I felt that I was that energy just sitting in my solar plexus and kind of up on the left side of my chest. And as I was saying fuck you and really tapping into that energy, it starts to move it. It starts to mobilize it. So here's the collarbone point, and then under the arm point, fuck that shit, fuck you, and then top of the head, fuck you, fuck you. So as it starts to move, you start to have other thoughts and feelings around it. So by the time I got to my second round, you manipulated me. You fucking manipulated me. You manipulated me. Fuck you. I hate you. Fuck you. Fuck you, son of a bitch. Fuck you. And then under the nose, under the chin, and by the time I got to my collarbone point here, there was a loud just fuck you. And under my arm, another loud fuck you is what came out of my body, and it felt so good to release it out. And right before I was going to do my head point, at that point, I grabbed my steering wheel with both hands and just screamed, fuck you, as hard and loud and long as I could. And it just moves everything up and out of you. And I think in society, we are so told, or I don't know, it's ingrained in us that it's not okay to be angry. It's not okay to be resentful. It's not okay to have these emotions, which is why we don't process them in the first place, and they get stuck in us and create all these blocks. And at that point, after doing that a couple of times, the good long fuck you scream, my body felt lighter. I felt more relaxed. And I started another round of tapping. So by my third round of tapping, I was calmer and I had a different perspective. You've manipulated me, but I can see where I've done that before. I've done that too. I've taken situations where I realized I was wrong, and I've smoothed them over without acknowledging that I was just being wrong or I was just being a bitch. I've done that before. I've done that before, and I can learn from this. I can see this differently. I can let this go. I can use this for self-growth. I can use this to choose differently in the future when I might be finding myself going down that road of manipulating or not being my authentic self or being accountable. I can let it go. And I'm even still releasing as I'm going through. I can let it go. I can let this go. And then I finished my round of tapping, and then I went back and did a round to, like I normally would do, where I'm tapping for flow and open vessel, type thing, and felt so much better. I feel so much lighter. I can see so many more sides of the situation that I was doing about before I did my tapping. And if you've never tried tapping before, give it a shot. There's a lot of ways that you can do it. You can look it up online on YouTube. There's tons of instructional videos on it. Use the one that resonates with you. There's people will show you different ways. They'll have you karate chop at the end, or they might do the points in a little bit different sequence too. But by the way, the points that I'm tapping on are all acupressure points. They all work with the meridians and the flow of energy with your new body. Very similar, very like acupuncture, which also works with the meridians. In acupuncture, they actually use, some of the tapping points, but so many more points too. It's very in-depth science with acupuncture. But yeah, so give it a try. Process those emotions. Don't hold them inside. You're human. We came here to experience emotions. You don't experience emotions when you're in non-human form. This is why we're here, right? Let's experience them, learn from them, process them. Let's not hold on to them too tightly, because that's what causes those densities and causes disease and all that, the stuff that we go through too as humans. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and bye.